So go back to a simple approach to thinking, okay, if I could get $250, $250. You want to here's the fallacy in this, because when I first started understanding this, Larry Williams talked about this a lot in a lot of his systems. At the time in the 90s, he was wanting a trade or a model or system, if you will, to be able to pay at least $350 per trade. Wait a minute. Did you just say Mr. Larry Williams, Mr. $10,000 to $1.2 million in the Robbins Cup in 1987? That guy said he wants to make at least $350 per trade, or he's not really interested. That means he's not even getting a full handle in the S&P back then, because it was $500 per handle. But because I was listening to that stuff, and it was a lot of number crunching, and it was very simplistic rules that made no sense to me, and many of them I still don't have any affinity for. But he had an approach that he wanted to take on, and it had to have this much in terms of back testing, saying it results and yields this much in terms of profit per trade. If you can find a setup that yields $250, that $250 can be scaled to whatever the fuck you want it to be. What's $250? That's 5 handles. What happens if you get 5 handles over the course of a week and that's all you got? Is that a bad week? Now, some of you jokers out there, this guy's talking about making $250 a week. Right, but you're the same person that's blowing your shitty ass account live on live stream, and we all watched you do it. $250 more than you had at the beginning of the week is still $250. If you were broke and had someone hand you $250, you'd be appreciative, right? If you just did that in the beginning, I'm not saying your whole career is this, but in the beginning, if you started with that mindset and all you were able to scrape out over the course of the entire week because you did not push real hard, because you know that you're not ready to do that. You might want to win a lot every day. You want to be able to trade every single day. But that's not realistic because you don't have the skill set to do that. And I'm reminding my son that he doesn't have to do this every day. He needs to tape read. He needs to execute in front of me because he needs to be conditioned and desensitized from the fear he has placed on himself because of unrealistic expectations being acted upon. He tried to do it his own way. Well, everybody in retail does that. Everybody does it. They read a book. They think they are going to go in and apply that stuff. It's like they do it with my videos too. Oh, I watched this video on order blocks. I watched this video on optimal trade entry. Oh, I watched the Silver Bull. I'm going out there and trading Silver Bull, and then read their tweets to me. Why is this failing again? Well, first of all, you're doing it wrong. Everybody wants to be in a hurry to go out there and do something to make money, when you have to figure out what it is that you're going to do to mess yourself up. And that's why 1 year minimum is ideal. That's not what you want to hear, I know. But that's exactly what you need to hear. You can't figure this stuff out on a unique personal level, fast tracking it, trying to do it real quick. You cannot, it's impossible. Nobody's going to do this for you. Nobody. Nobody's going to shorten it for you. Nobody's going to make it easier for you, because you are bringing the same bullshit that everybody else has brought into it. It's mental baggage. And social media brings more of that. Trying to stand out, trying to I got to defend my mentor. I got to make myself look profitable. I got to be able to keep up with the people that are renting cars. All this stuff, it's all bullshit.